another while with me, laugh and drink and say there was something, but you say there was nothing, but you say it with a smile.
Whoa. You know, that one has a better jump in. You know
That
when
was
to
perfect.
in.
I kind of
Welcome
like
to
that.
Yes. I'm Coach V. Sorry for my dramatic title, but I thought it was just going to be me today. And I had a whole, like, I'm the only guy who cares and feel sorry for me thing. And now I don't have to do that because Peepaw showed up.
Boop, 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 boop.
Wow. Drove 80-mile an hour past several different radar guns, bird out the window, kept going because he's got to get to this pod on time.
You know the people that have that little LED reader thing in the back window that they put a little font on? I say, don't pull me over, gotta go, important. And just let them interpret it as is and made it
Yeah.
home scot-free.
And they're like, "Oh, there's a pregnant woman in that car, definitely." And it's like, no, there's just a poorly watched fantasy football podcast that needs to be conducted an hour and a half early on a Tuesday.
And then you nonchalantly slip your business card to them as they give you a ticket, say, check it out.
Love, like, and subscribe.
Fifth Quarter Fanscast.
Well, so this
Oh,
we talked about last week. This would be a weird week of fantasy because there's just like football, 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 all spread out. I went 2-1 in my matchup, so I'm pretty happy about that. I think the Doc beat me was the L that I took, and it was like a team he doesn't even care about. It's a team that's like seventh out of, or maybe it might even be like ninth out of 10 teams.
is this
So
in the
anyway,
Junkies?
this is in the Wads Tucky League, which I have like a second place team in that league, but I'm one of those like weird, really low points for, but I'm somehow second. So it's not going to be good in the playoffs.
Take it.
Yeah. So we talked before the show, and so for all zero of you listening, Peeps is going to give us a live reaction to his fantasy situation because he hasn't looked yet.
With the Thanksgiving and holidays and travel and such, I really didn't get to watch much ball. I kind of stayed in a bubble, and I know who won, what happened. I just try not to pay attention to how my guys did, so I can't mentally stack it up. So we'll get a live reaction here. Out of 3, I went. Oh, butternut squash.
That's thematic. Butternut squash. Good job.
What? Okay. Well, last night I needed Hunter Henry to not get 11 points, and he got 12 points. So
Oh.
good job on that one. F me over on that big time. Good job. Gnarly got lost, and then Junkies is the only one I won, and I'm now 10-3 in that league. So we're doing well, and I'm slowly slipping out of a commanding bye week in the league I actually care about. So things are looking great for us here. One for 3.
Okay, 1 for 3. You'll take it. What you can't.
I have no choice. I have
There's
to
nothing
take
you
it.
can do about it. Yeah, yeah. I like that little crashing sound you made. I don't know if we've had that one yet.
No, it's a new one. I was playing around here before we started here, and I forgot some
Well,
new toys to play with.
it made me think that Stone Cold Steve Austin was about to enter because, like, his theme song always started with the yeah. So I thought you were about to crack open a brew and guzzle it on the four corners of the ring there.
I did think about that since we're still technically on the vacation mode. So alas, I didn't get that, but I just got the high quality H2O, as Bobby Boucher would say.
Wow. Okay. And apologies to, or I guess I'm sorry for your loss, Michigan, and all other Michigan fans. Was never. I don't think it was ever in doubt that Ohio State was going to win that game.
If only we had 9. That may do something then, but it is what it be. And
I checked in a little bit, and I was like, "These guys are outgunned. They're hanging on for dear life. I'm not watching this."
no, there was a lot of loss. Wasn't great. Oh, silver lining is I beat the median.
Hey.
And now I am tied for first place in my division
Okay.
Well, this sucks.
So you still have the first round bye as of today.
As of today, I have the first round bye.
Okay.
So it's going to be cutting it close here. Also good news. That also means I'm tied for first place, and we have a first place in the regular season out. So okay,
All right. Nice.
my S the B winner this week wouldn't have done what he's been doing, then I would have actually won. Ooh.
So get your blur button ready. The butthole's coming. Well, let's give out some awards. And so we'll start. It's officially the Christmas shopping season, which is a great time to head out and pick up a Hillshire Farm gift basket of disappointment dedicated to those players who let you down this week. And Peeps, who do you have as your gift basket of disappointment award winner?
That's right. This week we have JSN, because why get points? Because that's what we do, I guess. It's for a game that was that big of a blowout with points. You would have thought that JSN would have done something, but he seemed to be the guy that was redhead stepchild for the first time in his life this week. So, not a good outing by him by any means, and I'm just shooting at the hip here because I really didn't watch much football this week, but we're just rolling with it. I just know what the fantasy points were for some of these guys. You'd expect him to do better. You're still going to start him every single week here, but I think he got sub 5 points in PPR league. So not what you're looking for. I have no shares of him, so he didn't contribute to my losses, but still looking forward to him to keep rock and rolling this year and hopefully breaking some records before the season's up.
That's a fair evaluation of him, but he's not going anywhere. He's not getting kicked off the team. He's just a little disappointed. Mine is Matt Stafford, who looked really strong, but then negated basically an entire touchdown with turnovers. If you have a -2 for turnovers, he negated a whole touchdown with his turnovers. And so, being a man who hadn't thrown an interception in like this season, maybe, or in like 10
It was
games.
a very long time.
So, anyways, that really sucked. Expected more out of him. I'm thinking the Rams expected more out of themselves. They went and lost to the Panthers, which sucks. But yeah, so been proud of Stafford all year. Kind of amazed at Stafford all year. Just like he's not showing old manness. He might be having that Tom Brady moment here where he's going to go get him an old man Super Bowl. But still sucked fantasy wise. I think in the league that I have him in, he got me like less than 14 points. So,
do you think Aaron Rodgers has like a shrine of Stafford on his wall in his cave?
That's what Aaron Rodgers is envisioning. He's thinking,
he's like, this is what I aspire to be.
Yeah,
and
it's not working.
He's just not working there. But
it's not working.
Stafford's been incredible, and really, it seems like the common denominator here is Devontae Adams.
Yes,
he wanted out of Vegas. Look what happened. Leaves Vegas, and he's actually dominating. So he's the red zone guy, and taking all them red zone targets for the squad, and it's paying off though. So I would look forward to be going better next week. But this is part of what I love about this season so far is you never know who's going to win. Every single week could be a who knows what happens. So it makes for fantastic football to watch.
Good football to watch, a little frustrating fantasy-wise, but good football. And hey, we're only a few weeks away from just watching football again and just being normal humans who sit down and watch a football game.
I won't know what to do.
Yeah, I love that time of year. It's great. Just enjoying football, not worrying about fantasy. It's nice.
I won't know what to do with myself. we might spiral.
So we're going to get a little bit angrier, and we're going to go over our S the B award winner. And so S the B is short for shit the bed. And so this is for the player that you're really pissed at, and they maybe lost the week for you, and maybe they've been on such a shit fest that you're ready to get them off your squad. So Peeps, who do you have as your S the B?
You want to know what Lamar makes me do? I feel like
Oh,
this resonates with everybody. How do you bench the guy when you know what he can do every single week, but we're now 3 consecutive weeks, sub 10 points? He's the reason I lost in my primary league last week. He is the reason I lost by 1 point in this league. If I started Jacoby Brissett, I would have won easily. But here we are starting Lamar. I'm like, against the defense that is supposed to be letting up some big points, and we flop. I think it's officially the time where I cannot start him until he shows production. Otherwise, I'm going to go into the fantasy playoffs like everyone else is and hoping that your quarterback actually gets points. And I've shown myself this past couple weeks is there's no way you're going to win your week if your quarterback gets sub 10 points. That's just not going to happen. So um, I'm looking towards Jacoby Brissett as my starter now because Lamar, for right now, you're going to be sitting and laying in that bed. Um, I hope he is getting comfy. He got himself a nice little Tempur-Pedic pillow because he's going to be there for a while. So Lamar Jackson is this week's SB winner for me.
yeah, it's interesting, and it kind of tracks perfectly because I put him in Hillshire like 2 weeks ago. He wasn't on any of yours yet. Then I put him in S the B, and you had him in Hillshire.
Yeah.
And then you've now moved him. And so when I put him in S the B last week, I meant it. I benched him. And then you gave him one more shot, and now he's in your S the B, which means
Statistically, if you can't, he was set up. You're going against the worst defense in the league, and you can still do nothing at home.
yeah,
That
there's something wrong. He's not moving right. So
no, it might be one of those where he gets surgery after the season's over, and we don't know how bad it actually is until season's done.
yeah,
So
I think it's going to be something like that.
yeah,
So
so he's my winner though.
my S to B is very obvious. It's almost just hilarious. Anyone who was like, "Oh yeah, Max Brosmer, Max Brosmer, that's it. That's the ticket." Now he drew like the best defense in the league to have an NFL game against. But still, like that, it was immediately we were like, "Oh no, this isn't working at all."
Oh no, this is worse.
Because people
They
were
didn't
like
know it could get worse.
hopeful. It was really funny the hope that people had. I can't say I had hope or no hope. I was just kind of indifferent to it. I was just really just definitely like, let's just see what he does, and that was hilarious. So
What was even funnier is when I got the alert. I think it was today or yesterday. It was one of the two that the Vikings were expecting to start 9 this week. I said they're like, "Ooh, that experiment didn't work."
yeah, yeah, that did not work at all. So
No,
a pretty obvious S the B winner, but still funny to mention. So, and I think me and the doc were on the phone yesterday, and we had a good 20-minute laugh about the Bras God, and yeah,
not to be confused with the Boz God.
no, Bras God is the God, Bras God he's something else. So, well, let's get happy. And so I'm going a little out of order because I like the traditional order we used to do it, where we get mad, madder, a little happier, happy, yes. So that's kind of where we're going. So we're
Let's
going
do
to
it.
get a little happier with our McDonald's 11th McNugget Award, and that's the player who surprised you. Like when you open up a 10-piece and boop, there's an 11th McNug in there. Sounds like my McNugs are ready right now. I hope there's 11 on that sheet pan. And so my 11th McNug goes to Terry McLaurin, who had a
Nice.
great night.
Yep.
He had like 14 targets. It was insane. And he caught
Yep.
7 of them, scored a touchdown. Man, he hasn't done shit this year. And out of desperation, I played him in one league and was like, oh, so pleasantly surprised about this. So yeah, thank you, Terry McLaurin, for getting your shit together. Thank you, Marcus Mariota, for having fantasy value. We really appreciate that.
And he looked good too. I will give him that. And he's been injured, obviously, quite a bit of the season, but he looked good on his opportunities he had. So that was good to see. My McNug winner this week, this boy probably don't need any, but Joseph Burrow.
Mm.
I would have been hesitant as all get out to start him this week after on his first week back since I believe week 2, just to get the feelers out, see what he's able to do without T. Higgins. We don't have our full lineup ready to rock and roll going against division matchup. So, not knowing what to expect, but he was a pleasant surprise with his outing and scored probably, I think, 3 or 4 times more than points than Lamar scored. So, if there's any question whether Burrow is back, he is back. They're trying to get their division title, make the playoffs somehow miraculously. I'll tell you what division's gonna be fun to watch. I mean, there's what I think at least 3 of them I can think of off the top of my head that are gonna be fun to watch here as the weeks start to wind down, which will make for more competitive games as we get more divisional matchups headed up here soon in the coming weeks. But your AFC North is gonna be fantastic with the Steelers, who were hot, then they're not. The Bengals are seemingly trying to make a comeback here, and then you've got the Ravens as well. So they're all really close to each other. You got the NFC North, same deal with the Bears. What's going on with that? I have no idea. Ben Johnson is a god and savior of all things. So we'll see how that division ends up. And then the AFC South. You have the Colts, who just lost. That's now 2 weeks in a row they lost. So we'll see what happens in that division. There's probably a couple others I can't think of off the top of my head right now, but should be good here closing up the season with that.
Yeah, there should be some fun, competitive football, which is good for watching and also good for fantasy when teams are all still in it at the end. So we like that.
Absolutely. We don't like the benching to keep them healthy when that's a runaway in the division.
And those teams that no one like, and thankfully like big teams like Detroit, they're gonna have to play their heart out all the way to the end. So yeah, a lot of good potential for the fantasy playoffs. That's what we want to see. Let's get happiest with the Town of Smyrna Weights for Men Flex of the Week. Flex of the Week. I should have worn my Weights for Men shirt. I wear the shit out of that shirt. It's a good shirt.
I do too. I want to say mine is probably a lighter green than yours because of all the wear and tear it's got.
Yeah. I think yours. Well, you've owned yours longer. Mine hasn't been through the ringer as much. Yeah.
Do you have any holes in yours yet?
Yeah, do you get these holes at the bottom of your shirt?
Oh.
What are those?
No.
I've seen other people have these, and I was like, was I near a fire recently? Like, I don't know. And I got all my shirts have these holes at the bottom.
All of them?
I heard it's from my belt from across the room. How's my belt? I don't tuck this shirt in. What are you talking about?
Oh, you should. You be dapper as all get out.
Anyways, yeah. So I've got holes, but yeah, I've got these random holes at the bottom of my shirt. But
that's from lifting weights because these are the Weights for Men boys here.
Yeah, that's what it is. So my Weights for Men goes to Devon Achane, who for just having value in a team that's going to lose their head coach, that has really nothing to play for, and just maintaining value, having the spirit to go out there and play football. You could say the same about Alvin Kamara when he's not injured. Just this guy just keeps playing football for this team who isn't going to win. But yeah, so Devon Achane, thank you for having value. I don't have any shares of you, but the people who do, and I know Peepaw's the owner, I know y'all appreciate it.
He is so consistent. He's the one guy you can throw in every single week and guarantee 15, 16 points. So, love that. My Weights for Men, none other than Jacoby Brissett. You want to talk about a team that's guaranteed to lose, but he's still going to get you mega fantasy points? That's Jacoby. He's almost like your Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
He's airing it out. They're down, which makes for great offensive production for all the guys that are involved on that team. Love to see it. He is going to be my pivot, as I mentioned earlier, from Lamar. I also have Herbert, who don't feel great about his surgery he just got in his non-throwing hand. So Jacoby Brissett has been on a roll here since he became the starter with the Cardinals, and it is great to see that he is still able to produce. And from what I understand, he is still not highly rostered in most leagues too. So if you have a chance, need a quarterback, take a look at Jacoby Brissett.
Okay. So we're going to switch it up, and mainly because neither of us are prepared. Without the doc, this show doesn't work because he prepares. He thinks about this show. He does the effort. And so what we're going to do is he put in the effort to submit some really good shoot your shot candidates. And we're just going to read through those. By the way, he's currently getting Patrick Porkard. I hope. We desperately hope that Patrick is riding the Polar Express with the doc right now, charging him per marshmallow in the hot cocoa. All aboard the Patrick Express. Like, that's my dream, is he comes back and he says, guys, you won't believe it. We paid for the ticket, but then they roll a cart of hot chocolate down the middle aisle, and the hot chocolate's $9, and then there's an upcharge for the marshmallows, and it's 50 cents per mini marshmallow. And they recommend to get at least 20 for maximum enjoyment for your children's lives. And so you end up with a $19 hot chocolate. That's what I'm hoping he says.
What if you get free hot water? No, you get free water. They make you pay to heat it up, and then you have to pay a separate charge to get the actual cocoa powder dissolved. If you want whipped cream, that's your final upcharge.
Oh my God.
Heaven forbid you want a cup, because if not, you're drinking out of the kettle. Patrick is alive and well.
Oh man, yeah. Anyways, you know what? I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you something about Patrick off air, because it's a really good idea, and I don't want anyone to steal it. So I think we got something here. You might be involved.
Patent it.
Yeah.
Patent it after we're done with it.
So let's read. I'm going to read through the docs, shoot your shots, and then we're just going to criticize them or agree with them. By the way, the doc went 8-2 this week, and he also, hated on the Bras God like I did, and also loved on Joe Burrow like you did. So at QB, we've got Tyrod Taylor. If you're into that sort of thing, they play the Dolphins. At tight end, we got Isaiah Likely, 5 for 92 last game, getting more involved on offense. Chase Brown, he's been hot lately. Playing the Bills should be a shootout with a ton of checkdowns. And Isaac Tesla, if St. Brown isn't in, give them a week to program some plays for him. We know he's dynamic. We know he's amazing. And Mike Evans, if he returns, I guess the doc's really thinking ahead. But, yeah, pick him up. That offense needs him. Bucs are in the hunt for playoffs. Someone may have dumbly dropped him. I have to check, make sure I didn't drop him. I think he's sitting on my IR somewhere.
Yep.
And then more Myles Garrett love. He'll get. Oh, we got to really calling it. Myles Garrett will get 3.5 sacks needed for the record against that shitty Titans O-line, bad weather, and at home, low scoring. Book it. Doctor's orders.
You heard, man. He's got his PhD for a reason.
Yeah. So, I mean, Chase Brown, obvious. I love the Isaac Tesla or Tesla. I feel like people haven't figured that one out yet. I don't know.
Tesla.
Tesla, that's right. He's got the two A's at the end. So,
yeah.
I have him. I drafted him in one of my leagues, in one of the dynasty leagues, because he's crazy and he's showing off. So he just needs that chance. This could be his chance. Myles Garrett, he's insane, and I didn't really think about Tyrod Taylor, but that could be an option for people. Maybe someone who's really pissed about Lamar.
That was a low shot. Tyrod Taylor actually produced decently this past week, shockingly. Mm-hmm. So that's not bad. And against the Dolphins defense, who is definitely vulnerable, it's not a bad idea either. Chase Brown, I like against the Bills. Yeah. If they've showed a weakness, it's definitely been at the running back position. And Tesla, mm-hmm. I would be shocked if St. Brown goes this week. He is playing Thursday night, and it's against Dallas. Dallas's defense has gotten a smidgen better, but still, this is a game that should be a absolute barn burner. What do we say? It should be a
Oh, a piggy bank game.
Yeah, where's our little drop for that?
Touchdown!
There you go. It should be an absolute piggy bank game for the Lions and Cowboys here on Thursday night. But Tesla, I think, is going to be. I don't know if I have the nads to start him yet.
Yeah. I mean, because they're going to have to really refigure the offense because they're going to have to get Jameson more of those possession targets like
Yes.
St. Brown gets to let Tesla go down the field because I don't think Tesla is ready to be a possession receiver.
No.
And Jamo's not. That's really not his specialty. But you can see they're able to work him in like that with big crossing routes and stuff. But I think that's the move is they're going to have to make Jamo the possession guy, and Tesla is going to take Jamo's spot just running go routes. Yeah, you might want to see it for 1 week, but man, I might risk it. I don't know. I think it would just depend on do I need 2 touchdowns because Tesla will go 2 for 2 for 9 yards, both touchdowns.
That is highly possible. I think if you got Jamo, you're throwing him in there as fast as you can without a St. Brown start. I played against him one of these weeks. Thank God he was on the bench for the other guy.
Oh, that stings. But I wouldn't. I'm not upset with that guy because he had just come off a huge stinker game.
Exactly. What were the other guys that he had tight end?
Likely might be finally having his moment. You know, they've been teasing us with Isaiah Likely for a while now, but I don't know. Mark Andrews keeps retaining value somehow in that offense.
Who do they play this week? Okay, they got Steelers. Oh, speaking of tight ends, you see who the Steelers picked up?
No.
They picked up Adam Thielen.
Oh, weird.
I can't remember. Is Adam he's a wide receiver, he's not a tight end. I thought it was funny because I thought he was a tight end for a minute. I'm like, what do you need 5 tight ends for?
Arthur Smith would do that. He would.
Leave it to Arthur Smith for that. But I'm not sure I agree with that. I think it's a possibility. Not sure how to get the warm and fuzzies from that exactly this week, though. My tight end, he would probably say the same thing about mine, Kyle Pitts. We don't know who the Falcons are each week. They're sometimes there, sometimes not. But they do play the Seahawks, who have, over the past month at least, been giving up the 4th most fantasy points to opposing tight ends.
Okay.
So something to look out for. I know he hasn't every single year. This is the year. Never is. But might potentially be not necessarily the year, but a good week for Kyle Pitts. If you're looking for a tight end and you don't have, probably the best one out there in McBride because McBride and Brissett are a match made in heaven.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that wraps up the show today. We did a good job.
We did it. We did him justice. He would be proud of us.
We were the voice of the doc today. He's currently just chugging along on that choo-choo. 400 screaming children, hot cocoa, probably jumping from that. You never know. At the end of the thing, they do the little, and just ticket dust goes everywhere. I don't even like Polar Express. I think it's the most boring movie I've ever seen in my life. I fall asleep. I don't think I was old enough to enjoy it. So maybe little kids love it, but that movie really bores the shit out of me. So hopefully the train is more exciting. Maybe actually being on the Polar Express is exciting, but I know watching it is terrible. So,
well, I would imagine living it's probably a little different story, but we can only hope that Doc's enjoying himself for what it's worth, and I hope we did him justice.
We did. Justice for the Doc. Hashtag. Yeah.
Put a stamp on it. With that, I think we have 5 things to do before we head out here, isn't there?
All right. Don't forget to live, laugh, love, and subscribe. 5th Quarter Fantasy Cast.
Oh, no, hold on.
Whoa.
You should have been here a couple weeks ago when we had so many technical difficulties, and they are coming back in hot here.
You lost the button.
Oh, there it is.
And subscribe.
This is a live show, just in case anyone wanted to know.
Live on stage. Look, we got a viewer at the end. Bye.